Hello. Today I'm going to give two reasons why I think the market will go down, and two reasons why the market could go up. Because I don't really know which one's going to happen, but I'm going to give you my two reasons for going down and two reasons for going up. First, I'm going to start with the two reasons why I think the market will go down. The first reason is that this is a SPY, uh, and this is the daily chart of the SPY. And what what happened here? What is happening right here? This is yesterday. This is yesterday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, and Monday. And what this whole thing looks a lot like is this thing right here. And by that I mean that we went up higher and higher on lower and lower volume, which means that the buyers were running out, and once buyers ran out, the sellers reappeared, and that changed because at this point the sentiment, the idea of the opinion where the market's gonna go, was completely up, and once the buyers ran out, the sellers reappeared, the sentiment changed from up to fully down. And once it changed to fully down, we did this. So, what this all looks like is that we went up right here. Buyers ran out, and they kept going up, and the buyers kept going down, and the buyers ran out, and then the sellers reappeared, and we changed from sentiment from up to down, and we're doing the almost the exact same thing as this candle. This candle, this little retracement candle, looks a lot like Thursday's retracement candle, and if this whole thing, this pattern reappears, we should have a big down day. We should have a big down day on Monday, and so because right now the sentiment has not fully switched it down. It will switch it down when we do this candle, and once we do this candle, then and the volume goes up like up to here, then the sentiment will be completely down. And once it goes down, we will do this candle. So right now the sentiment is still a little bit in the middle. So, and let me show you something else. This is the Sure, let me show you something else instead. This is the 5 minute chart of the SPY, and we did a head. This is Thursday, and we did a head and shoulder. So look at that, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, and on the right shoulder was an extremely low volume, extremely low volume. And once I did that, we did a big sell off. So this is the real danger about this. What was this? Why this is significant is because when you do a head and shoulder, that is a sign that there are no more buyers. And when there are no more buyers, then sentiment completely switches from up to down, and that's how we have this big sell off. So this is significant because this is what happened on Thursday, and if we can continue doing that on Monday, we will have a big sell off. this head and shoulder pattern right here shows that we have no buyers, at least for this day. And if it can continue into Monday, if the buyers continue to be weak, then we have a big sell-off. The second reason why I think the market will go down is because on a daily chart, we have not really done the serious selling yet. I mean, we've done some serious selling right here with a Trump announcement, tariff announcement. But if you compare what is happening right now to the bear market of 2022 bear market, we have just done this. We've done this. See, we've done this. And then we retraced back up, and we're still trying to do, we could potentially do this selling, major selling. So if we do major selling, then the market will definitely go down. If we do that major selling. And I don't know when we're going to do that, or I don't know if that's going to happen, but if we do the major selling, then we're going to go down, for sure. And now I'm going to go and give you my 2 reasons why I think the market will go up. The first reason is that the 10-day moving average of the put call ratio is 0.92. This blue line, this is the daily chart of the put call ratio. This pink thing is the SPY, and these little bars are the put call ratio of each day. And the 10-day moving average is 0.92 right now. And if you compare it to what happened to that big comparison of the sentiment change that I showed earlier, this was a sentiment change that I showed earlier that I think looks a lot like what will happen here. The sentiment right then was, but the 10-day moving average was 0.77 when we started selling off last time. Now it's 0.92. So we have a lot more people shorting the market right now. And because we have a lot more people shorting the market, that means that there's a lot more covers potentially willing to come in, that are able to come in on Monday. And this is not it though. Look here. What's even worse is that the last Wednesday's put call ratio was 1.03, and last Tuesday's put call ratio was 0.9. You didn't have this when this happened. When this happened, we did not have 1.03 and 0.90. We had 0.76 and 0.81. So this put call ratio is a lot more put balance. It signals that there's a lot more people shorting the market or whatever stock they're looking at in the market. And if they're doing that, then it's less likely that we will go down a lot. And we might even recover if we do go down. And so basically what I'm saying is that right now we have a lot more people shorting the market right now. If you compare it to what happened here. For what happened right here, you could actually guess that all this and all this and all this and all this, and especially right here, all this and all this are actually shorts. Because of, I'm just guessing. I don't know if that's really true. I mean, that kind of sounds like a lot, but if the put call ratio right here, which was 1.03, right here, then you would have to assume that this is shorts. So we have a lot of shorts going into tomorrow, Monday. And that is a very good reason why I think the market, if it goes down, might continue going up, or it might not go down as much. And the what else did I want to say? Okay, the second reason why I think the market will go up, will recover if it goes down, is because if you look at all these previous falls, when we go down, we go high, get into high volume, and then we recover. Same thing here. Oh, not here, but here we go to high volume and recover. And the reason why the high volume is significant is because when someone sells in the market, they go take the money out the stock, and they almost always immediately becomes a future buyer. And when they buy, first of all, when they sell, they become a future buyer, and so the volume goes up. As more sellers sell, as the market goes down, even more people become future buyers, and that's why the volume goes up. And eventually, when the sellers all stop, all the buyers come back in, eventually, and then the market goes up. And that's what happened here and here. So what's happening in this big bear market that happened in the last 2 months is that we have sellers, and the volume goes up, but not as high as it should be, and that's because the sellers are taking their money out of the market, and they're just holding on to the money. Same thing right here. When we go down, the volume is super high, but the market doesn't come back up because the sellers take their money out of the market, and their plan is to come back into the market eventually at some point in a later date. And I don't know when they're going to do this, but eventually they will come back in. They may come back in when the market is 480, or they could come in tomorrow, like on Monday, tomorrow. We can go down, and then all of a sudden we could pop back up like that. And so that's my second reason why I think the market could go up. The reasons that the market go down is mostly because of the sentiment change. We're currently in the middle of a sentiment change. Like, we're doing this. We got this thing right here, and we're doing it on lower and lower volumes. Buyers are running out, and then all of a sudden the sentiment changed from up to down, and then we had a big sell-off. So that's the reason why I think it's gonna go down. And then there was that whole we haven't had a major selling yet, and that's the second reason I think we could go down. And the reason I think it's gonna go up is two reasons: the put-call ratio. We have a lot more covers this time, and also because the sellers who sold right here and right here, they could come back in, and then we might go up. That's the second reason why I think it will go up.